morning students, Sai Ram. In previous lecture you studied about transpose of a matrix. Now in chapter 3 matrices, in exercise 3.4 we are going to learn about elementary transformation of a matrix. By using elementary transformation we can find inverse of a matrix. There are two types of elementary transformation. First, row elementary transformation and second, column elementary transformation. Elementary transformation or elementary operation are same thing. Clear? Now, elementary operation of a matrix. So there are 6 operations on a matrix, 3 of which are due to rows and 3 due to columns, which are known as elementary operations or transformations. First operation is the interchange of any 2 rows or 2 columns. In case of interchanging 2 rows or 2 columns, we represent it Ri interchanging Rj. It means interchanging ith row and jth row. Clear? In case of interchanging 2 columns, Ci interchanging Cj means we have to interchange here ith column and jth column. Clear? For example, here matrix A is given and suppose you have to operate here R1 and R2 interchanging here. So you have to interchange R1 and R2. Then result will be this one. Means R1 will be here and R2 will be here, because here we are interchanging R1 and R2. Clear? Now similarly in case of column also. Now second operation, the multiplication of the element of any row or column by any non-zero number. So you can represent this operation as, in case of row, you can write it R1 is changed by k into R1. You can write it R1 is changed by k into R1. And similarly, in case of column, you can write it C1 is changed by Ci is changed by k into Ci. So Ri is changed by k into Ri means you have to multiply element of ith row by k. Similarly in case of columns. Clear? For example, here matrix is P matrix is here. Matrix B is B is equal to 1, 3, 7 row wise, 3, -1 and 5. And here we have to operate, suppose C3 is changed by 1 by 7 C3. It means you have to multiply the element of third column by 1 by 7. then result will be this one. Clear? Similarly, you can operate in case of row also. Now, third operation, the addition to the elements of any row or column, the corresponding elements of any other rows or column multiplied by any non-zero number. Symbolically, we can write it R1 is changed by Ri is changed by Ri plus K into Rj. Clear? In case of column, Ci is changed by Ci plus K into Cj. For example, suppose matrix C is here. Matrix C. You have to operate R2 is changed by R2 minus 2 R1. R2 is changed by R2 minus 2 R1. Clear? So it means you have to change R2 by applying above operation. Now you have to subtract from R2 corresponding element of R2 from corresponding element of R2 minus twice of corresponding element of R1. Clear? Suppose here R2 is changed by R2 minus 2 R1. So R2 is here, suppose 2, first element is 2 and corresponding element of R1 is 1. So you have to subtract 2 minus 2 into 1, which will be, it means you have to apply here R2 is changed by R2 minus 2 R1. Clear? So first element of R2 is here 2. You have to subtract from 2 1 into 2. Clear? So it will be 2 minus 2 into 1, then result will be 0. Clear? Similarly, you have to operate in second element of R2 also. Its corresponding element of R1 is here 2. So you have to subtract from minus 1 2 into 2. So minus 1 into minus 4 will be minus 5. So you have to write here minus 5. Clear? So now invertible matrix. If a square matrix of order M and if there exists another square matrix B of the same order such that AB equal to BA equal to I, means identity matrix, then B is called the inverse of A and denoted by A inverse. Clear? And in that case A is said to be invertible. Now a rectangular matrix does not possess inverse matrix. Since for product BA and AB to be defined as to be equal, it is necessary that matrix A and B should be square matrix of the same order. Clear? Now if B is the inverse of A, then A is also the inverse of B. It means if AB is equal to BA is equal to I, then A will be the inverse of B, and B will be the inverse of A, only for square matrix. Clear? Now, uniqueness of inverse. Inverse of a square matrix, if it is exist, is unique. Clear? Now, one theorem related to inverse. AB inverse is equal to B inverse into A inverse. You can write it. Clear? Now, inverse of a matrix by elementary operations. So, by elementary operations, we can find inverse of a matrix. So, there are two methods to find inverse of the matrix by using elementary operations. First, by using row elementary operation. In case of row elementary operation, you have to operate rows only. Clear? And in case of second method is column elementary operation. In case of column elementary operation, you have to operate columns only. Clear? Now, for example, here by using elementary operation, find the inverse of the matrix A. Clear? And also you have to remember, in case of row elementary operation, you have to write A is equal to IA. Means in case of row elementary operation, when we use row elementary operation to find the inverse of a matrix, then we have to write A is equal to I into A. And in case of column elementary operation, we have to write A is equal to A into I. Clear? Now, see the example. And also one thing, if we obtain all zeros in one or more rows of the matrix A on LHS, then A inverse does not exist. It means by operating row or column elementary operation, if we obtain all zeros in one or more rows of the matrix A, then A inverse does not exist. Clear? Now, see the example. By using elementary operation, find the inverse of the given matrix. So, matrix A is given. So, suppose here we use row elementary operation. So, in case of row elementary operation, we have to write A is equal to I into A. Clear? You have to remember, when we use row elementary operation, then we have to write A is equal to IA. Now, write A and I means identity matrix, you have to write here, and write A as it is. Clear? Now, by using row operations, you have to convert LHS into identity matrix. Clear? And also you have to remember, you have to operate both sides, same operations. Clear? And when we use row elementary operations, then we have to convert the LHS into identity matrix column wise. Column wise means you have to convert the matrix column wise into identity matrix. Means firstly you have to convert this column as 1 and 0, and then you have to convert second column 0, 1 by using row elementary operation. And in case of column elementary operation, you have to convert LHS into identity matrix row wise. Means you have to convert first row 1 0, then convert second row 0 1. Clear? Now see this example. So firstly we have to convert the first column in 1 0. So apply the operation, because in first column first element is already 1, so no need to convert it. Now you have to convert second element of first column equal to 0. So you have to operate here. So we know that 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So you have to operate here. R2 is changed by R2 minus 2 R1. Clear? Then you have 0. Similarly, now same operation you have to apply in RHS also. Now next, R2 is changed by minus 1 by 5 R2. Then LHS will be this one and RHS will be this one. Now operate R1. R1 is changed by R1 minus 2 R2. Then you have LHS and RHS. Clear? Now we find here LHS is equal to now we find here LHS is 1001. It means LHS is converted in identity matrix. Then RHS will be inverse of given matrix. So you can write A inverse is equal to this one. Clear? Similarly, in case of column elementary operation, suppose we use here column elementary operation, then we have to write here A is equal to AI. Clear? A is equal to AI. In case of column elementary operation we have to write, and write A as it is in RHS and identity matrix 1 comma identity matrix I 1001. Clear? Now you have to convert the given matrix in LHS. You have to convert LHS into identity matrix, because here we use column elementary operation, so we have to convert the identity convert LHS into identity matrix row wise. Clear? So firstly convert first row as 1 0 by using operations, column operations. Clear? In both sides. Then by using to apply here this operation, C2 is changed by C2 minus 2 C1, then LHS and RHS. Now apply second operation, C2 is changed by minus 1 by 5 C2, then LHS will be this one and RHS will be this one. Clear? Now finally apply C1 is changed by C1 minus 2C2, then LHS will be this one and RHS will be this one. It means now given matrix is converted into identity matrix. Then in RHS it will be inverse of the matrix. Clear? So you can find inverse. So now you have to remember it. You can find the inverse of a matrix by using elementary operation. There are two ways. First, row elementary operation, and second, column elementary operation. In case of row elementary operation, you have to operate rows only. In case of column elementary operation, you have to operate column only. Clear? In case of row elementary operation, you have to write A is equal to IA, and you have to convert LHS into identity matrix column wise. In case of column elementary operation, you have to write A is equal to AI, and you have to convert the LHS into identity matrix row wise. Clear? Means in case of row elementary operation, you have to convert identity matrix column wise. In case of column elementary operation, you have to convert the LHS into identity matrix row wise. Then you can find inverse of the matrix. Clear? Now you have to solve exercise 3.4. Okay. Thank you. Saira.